Hey guys, Geno Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. Whatever part of the world that you are in. Okay, we will continue on with our raising chickens little video series here. This video will talk about coops and chicken houses and so on and so forth. Chickens are not picky. They will live just any race that you give them to live. They're crazy easy to take care of. This building behind me is what we call our peep show, which is our grow out pen. This is where we bring the chicks from the brooder box out here to this area to grow them up. And then once they are grown, the hens will join the laying flock, and the roosters we will usually relocate to the freezer. That's just how it is around here. This is why we raise chickens. This house back here it was an old house that my buddy Kent brought out, and he didn't have a use for it, so we put it up out here. And it's just got some pallets screwed to the wall and stuff for a roost that gives them a place to get up and off of the ground. This one does not have nest boxes on it because before the hens start laying eggs, we will move them over into the laying flock. And we'll get into that in another video here soon about introducing your chicks to your older birds, to your laying flock. But I just wanted to show this building here. It's just a very simple building. We have extra pieces of plywood that we will, in the wintertime, screw back on here to make it more enclosed, to keep them warmer. Especially whenever we have small birds in here, we'll try to keep it warm. And in the wintertime, we will even run a light out to here to help keep it warm inside this little house. Usually the larger birds will never need a light once you move them, and once they're fully feathered and adult birds, they won't need a light. Even in the wintertime, they'll keep themselves warm. Again, we'll get into that in a later video. But I just wanted to show this quick little house and how simple it is. It's just a little simple lean-to that's got a closing door on it that we can lock down, that we can lock in place to keep them safe when they're on the roost. Because that's pretty much all your coop or your chicken house is going to be, is a place for the chickens to go in at nighttime and sleep, and for the hens to lay eggs. And it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be big. It needs to be, big enough for the amount of birds that you have. And I think they call for like 3 or 4 square feet per bird, something like that, inside your coop. But I don't think I have quite that much in the hen house, but we'll go over that one here in a second. But like I say, the main thing is they have roosts that are able to, where the birds can get up off the ground to sleep, and a place they can feel secure, and doors that close so you can secure them in every night and let them out in the morning, which is what we do. The reason we do that is because what kind of things, what kind of predators want to eat your chickens? Everything, literally everything will eat your chickens. I've even heard stories of old timers out by the cow pond would have a hen taking their chicks down to the pond to get a drink, and a snapping turtle will grab one of them. So literally everything wants to eat your chickens. So you got to have a place where you can secure them up and keep them safe from any kind of predation that's going on. So also inside the coop, we'll have a feeder and a waterer. We'll get to that here in a little bit. The waterers that we use, pretty much any kind of the waterers and the feeders that you're going to find in your feed stores will work. You may get a few years out of them, but you may not. It just all depends on how well you take care of your equipment. So we've got a couple different kinds of feeders. We have the Pvc feeder on our pheasant pen that, it's a big PVC tube that goes through into the side of the pheasant house. It works okay. It wouldn't work for a large amount of birds unless you had 5 or 6 of them in a row. But it serves the purpose for the pheasants. For the chickens, I prefer the can style feeders. That'll hold the feed, easy to fill. You see the feed slides right down, and they're easy to fill at a time in a bucket. This is what we use. We have this in both of our hen houses, or we have this in both of our chicken houses, in the grow out and in the. And we actually, in the hen house, we switched over to the plastic version because these metal ones, these pins, after a couple of years, the pins will start going and you got to replace them. So we went ahead and went with the plastic version. In the water, These are the type of waters that we use, which is just a jug. Yeah, and it's dirty. It needs to be clean. It's dirty, but anyway, these are the kind of waters that we use that hold 5 or 6 gallons. And then out here we also have a pan that catches runoff from the gutters that will give them also some fresh water to drink also. So feeders and waters are pretty simple. Just about all of them are designed to work well. So there you have it. This is our grow out coop, and then we'll go over and we'll take a look at the laying coop and the nest boxes, and we'll talk about some of the mistakes that I made when I was putting together my my hen house over there, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So I'll see you over there. Guess what? Chicken butt. Sorry. Okay, this is our hen house. Like I say, it's nothing pretty, it's nothing fancy. A couple of things that I will tell you, mine was it's all built from recycled stuff. These pieces of plywood that I used were old political signs that we reclaimed after an election season. The support poles, you can see that a lot of the support poles are just little trees that I cut to use as support poles. And then the roof is just various stuff here and there that I kept tossing on there to make it waterproof where it won't leak. My nest boxes on this side are recycled lockers that my buddy brought out to me that they was going to throw away at work. We made some nest boxes out of these. And then on the other side, they're like this one here, which are wood. I put them on the outside of the house. That gives it more square footage on the inside of the house. That way the hens can jump up in here and lay their eggs without having the nest boxes on the inside of the house to take up the space. All around the house, towards the bottom of the house here, we have rocks and debris and chicken wire that comes out to keep predators from digging in underneath the house, because they'll try to dig in. And all the doors are securable. You see we've got locks on the doors that keep them locked in. And the other doors, the small little doors that the chickens go in and out of, are closable, and they've got like these things here to lock them and close too. Some of the design flaws in my chicken house, some of the things that I did wrong, was one, when I first built this house, I only had 6 hens when I started. I only had 6 hens. So I had all the chickens just in this area over here. This was the run area. And I only had the one door, and it worked out good because I could just walk into this door here, go right over there, open up the little door, and let them out. As I started bringing on more chickens, this became too small. So we had to open up this area over here, and I had to put another door on there. But where I had my nest boxes, I had to put them in that door in the corner over there. So now whenever I go in to open them up and close them up, I've got to go in through the door. Okay, let me see the camera here for a second. I'll show you. I've got to go in through the door here, and I've got to walk over to the corner and try to avoid bumping my head on these things right here in order to get to the door over here to close it and open it up in the morning. So had I thought ahead and done some better planning, I would have moved my nest boxes over a little bit and put my door over here, which would have made it easier access to get the chickens in and out. Hi, girls. Hi, girls. So this is some of the design flaws in my particular coop. But you live and learn. You live and learn, and we don't know what we don't know. Sorry, I'm sweating so much, it's warm. Something else that I made a mistake on was, as you can obviously see, I'm a big fat dude, right? If I'm standing by the door, you can't see the door. I made a little skinny dude door for a big fat dude, right? It doesn't work. Sometimes I bump my head and it's hard to get in and out. So keep that in mind too as you're building your coop. Make it easy to get in and out of, because you're going to have to get in and out to clean it. You're going to have to get in and out if you're going to check your eggs, or you're going to let them in, let your chickens out. You got to make it comfortable for you to be able to get in and out of. Speaking of cleaning, the coops, I clean mine twice a year. Once in the spring, cleaning up after the winter, and then we clean it again in the fall to get ready for the winter, because a lot of times in the winter, if there's a big heavy snow or something, then the chickens don't really want to go out. They stay in the house, which is about the only time that they do stay in the house. Most of the time, they're out scratching, running around, doing their thing, trying to, you know, fend for themselves and pecking around the barnyard. And the only time that they come in is at night, and they jump up on the roost and they sleep. Make sure you have plenty of roosting space. Add and take away roost holes as you need. If you add more hens, you're going to need more roost space. Yep, that's right. Tell them. So, those are just some quick thoughts on my chicken coops. You know, these nest boxes, these here are metal. So what we're getting ready to do with these is make an addition. We got some of this foam drawer liner stuff that we're going to put in here just to kind of cushion the eggs a little bit. We've had a couple of eggs that have been broken, and I think it's because whenever the hens lay them, they hit the metal and they crack, and then the hens get in and out, and it just goes ahead and breaks them. So we're going to put some of this foam drawer liner stuff inside our nest boxes. And as far as coops go, you know, keep it simple. It doesn't take a lot. The main things to make sure of is, you know, easy access to clean. You got enough room for your hens. We have about 23, roughly 25-ish laying hens, and we have 8 laying nests, and that's plenty. We have that's enough. They share the boxes. They all take turns in their laying their eggs, so it works out pretty well. So I hope this helps. Just a quick video about chicken coops. Please feel free, ask questions in the comment section or answer if you know. I'm not an expert. This is just, you know, stuff that I've come across in the last few years. I think I've had my chickens for going on 8 years now, so it's been a learning experience, and I'm glad I've done it because, man, I love the chickens. They're entertaining to watch. They provide us with food, and it's just a good all-around thing to have. And they're noisier than crap sometimes in the house. We got one in there that's trying to get into her favorite nest box, and there's another hen in there, so that's what the drama is in there. So they'll work it out. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps. The next video we'll talk about different breeds and different, you know, stuff like that, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless. And the end. Buzz, buzz. The end.